Oh, there we are. Look at us. Oh, I'm on? Oh, sorry. That looked very unprofessional. Sorry about that. It's not. I'm sorry. I'm watching it on here and it's not on, so I am confused. Well, good evening and welcome to the Spirit-Led Life Podcast. My name is Bo Johnson. I'm your host. Sorry about the confusion getting going there. To my left is my great friend Alex, who I'll introduce to you in just a little bit. In the studio with us is Michael Buckner. Everybody knows is Pastor Buck, who has the E1R1, Each One Reach One podcast and ministry, along with Hope Haven, and I don't know how many other ministry Buck's involved with, but we can't count them all. And producing tonight, the what I believe to be the number one producer at BGTV Studios, Desiree. So we're excited to have her on here with us tonight. Alex, we got my young friend Emmanuel watching from Kampala, Uganda. He's the first one on with us tonight. And so we just want to say thank you, whether you're watching live or catching a replay of this somewhere down the road. I do want to say thanks to everybody that continues to support BGTV Studios. We're up to, I lost the last number, Desiree, but somewhere around 55 podcasts coming out of this one studio, which is incredible. I know you've been on other podcasts already this week, Alex, and we're excited about that. Several folks have been supporting the work of the ministry that's going on here and financially supporting. You can do that by you can get with Brad and you can be a host. You can be a sponsor for different programs. I need a sponsor for my program, Buck. So if you want to sponsor every week, the Spirit-Led Life Podcast, let me know and we'll hook you up, tell you what that looks like. You can also go to bgtvstudios.com/give. There are several different ways that you can give to support this ministry on there, Cash App, Venmo. You can give directly through the website. All that's at bgtvstudios.com/give. So thank you for doing that. Again, excited to be here with you tonight as we are live every Thursday. Excited to have my good friend Alex with us all the way from Kampala. How about we got Kampala, Uganda sitting beside us? We got Kampala, Uganda watching us live. How about that?
That's amazing. On both ends. United Divorce.
Absolutely. So let me say welcome, Alex. Good to see you, brother.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
Glad to get to meet you this week and get to know you. Alex was with us at our Clay House Church group Sunday morning, our Moody House Church group on Sunday night. And I know he's been up in Sneed speaking earlier this week, been on your podcast, Buck. Yeah. I don't know what else, but you did assure me you're getting enough rest.
I did.
Buck's not wearing you out. You're getting
nah.
All right. And if you're watching this, those who are in pastoral ministry, apostolic, in some sort of fivefold ministry leadership or local nonprofit leadership, 8 o'clock tomorrow between 8 and 9 at Edgar's Bakery in Trussville. Alex will be there meeting with some guys, telling his story a little bit. You're welcome to join us. I'll buy you coffee and I'll buy you breakfast as long as you don't eat like $70 worth of food. So, Alex, it's good to have you on here, man. Take just a minute, if you will, and tell folks who you are, where you're from, a little bit about your story. I know you spent some time here in America, went to school at Liberty. Just whatever information about yourself you'd like to share.
Thank you very much, Pastor Bo. My name is Alex Mwesigwa Mitalarl. I'm from Uganda, Kampala. Kampala is the capital city of Uganda. Uganda is a country found in Africa, East Africa. So Kenya, South Sudan, DRC Congo, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda is right in the middle there. That's where I come from, in a beautiful part of Africa. Yeah. So I am in Uganda having a ministry called Banji Holistic Mission, and we do a few ministries under that organization. For example, as I mentioned to you on church on Sunday, we do rescue girls. That's between the 11 of 12, 13, 14, from early marriages where parents give them away for goats, chickens, sheep, cows, and they take these girls into marriages and they take on these animals for bride price. Well, it's illegal, it's not allowed. Uganda doesn't agree with that, and it's trying to fight it, but it happens anyway. So our job as a ministry is to rescue those girls from those marriages and take them on, because they can't return to their families, they can't go back to their families, so they are disowned. So take them on and take care of them until they become adults, until they finish university. Yeah, we also have a sanitary pad program that we give our girls that can't afford sanitary pads because their families it's expensive to pay for a pad. A father can't. Normally, a pad in Uganda costs like $2, $3, $1.50. So the same money can feed a family of 6. So there is no way a father is going to get his money to buy for only one daughter a $2 sanitary pad. Yet the same money can take care of a family of 8.
Right.
So this girl is stranded. She can't go to school. Eventually, she's going to be pregnant because she's not in school. So God blessed us with ideas. We make reusable sanitary pads. Reusable sanitary pads. We sew them with sewing machine. And then we give them out for free to these girls. Every 4 months, we give them new 4 sanitary pads because they will teach them how to wash them, how to keep them clean, but they can't use them forever. So
Right.
every 4 months, we try to give them sanitary pads through churches. We work through churches. So we use that advantage to disciple these girls, to preach to them, to teach them about Jesus. Then every after session, we give out those pads to go. And at least some girls are now back in school. Yes. We also drill water because we have a problem of water in Uganda. So we try so hard to talk to people here who can help us with funds to take water closer to community. It's possible to see young girls and boys before they go to school early in the morning walk 3 miles to go get water, just 20 liters, 10 liters, walk 3 miles, come back 3 miles, then walk 2 miles to school, then the evening come back home. So we are trying to get water closer to communities, clean water. So we drill water wells in those communities, and God has been faithful so far, but we are still more requesting for more water wells to our people.
Amen.
Yes.
Now, you were telling us the other day, you talked about the sanitary pads and giving those to the girls, and they're reusable, and teaching them how to clean them, how to dry them out, how to keep the hygienic, as much as you can, and then replace them after a certain amount of months. But you were telling us a story about who it is that makes those pads for you and how that came about. Will you share that?
Yeah. So God has been bringing ideas to us. So God gave us an idea that, hey, how about if you go to the streets and get you call them prostitutes, sex workers. We get them from the streets, so we make a deal with them. Hey, how about if we take you off the streets, then we teach you how to sew a machine. Then when you sew the machine, you'll get the skill for at least a year with us. So you learn how to sew a machine, but what are you making for us? You're making for us the sanitary pads that we give out for free. So after a year, during that year, these girls that were formerly prostitutes, we have a full year of discipleship, preaching Jesus, teaching them about how life works, teaching them how about life, how you don't have to lay on your back for people to give you money, but you can work for it. So after a full year, we give them a free sewing machine.
Nice.
And even during the time that they are during the year, because they're used to making money on the streets, so I also pay them for making, because you can't just teach them and leave them there. They'll go back in the evening to the streets. So by the end of the year, they're going away with the machine, and they're going away with Jesus. They're going away with a good spiritual life, and being responsible girls going back to community. So with those machines, they are able to fix people's clothes, to make dresses, and earn a living.
So they have the skill now, and they have the equipment.
They have the equipment.
So they're basically contractors. They're in business for themselves now.
Yep.
Well, would you grab my coffee from I'll take coffee? Thank you.
Sorry, I came up here without my coffee. What was I thinking? So that's an incredible part of the story. I really enjoyed hearing that.
Thank you.
The young ladies that you were rescuing. We discussed they were 11, 12, 13, 14, that age, and you said that you would actually bring some local police officers with you.
Yes.
Because what they're doing is against the law, but there's nobody, thank you, Buck, that's out here just policing that.
Yeah.
But by you going and saying, hey, this is happening, let me bring with you. Now, you bring the girls in, Banji, Holistic Mission, and you talked about it a little bit, but they have a place to live.
Yes. We call it like a safe haven.
Right.
A safe house.
And you have some in your center
Yes.
And then you have others that you place in homes
In different
in
families,
the community,
yes.
Christian homes.
But we take care of them.
Yes,
Even
yes.
during those.
Right, you're taking care of their meals, you're taking care of their medical,
School.
you take care of their school. So it's really, and the reason to use the term holistic is because it's every aspect of
Every
their
aspect of
life,
life, yes.
is being taken care of, and you guys are doing that through the money that you make through the school, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute, and through the sponsorship, donations, churches, partners that are partnering with you through what you're doing.
Yes, but we haven't really been successful with that.
Okay.
And that's one reason we are here, to make friends,
Yes.
and ask you guys to partner with us in all ways you can. Basically, we work with our bare hands.
Right.
We grow food. Then, for example, right now we are growing beans, and part of the beans we are going to sell, and some of it we shall have to feed the children at the center. So we now, this is what we want. We want to stay self-sustainable.
Yes.
So right now we are moving towards that direction, and that's the question you're going to ask next about the school,
Yeah.
and the coffee plantations that
Yes.
we are hoping
Yes.
God to help us start. For the school, we have already started, so we want to go further. Yes.
So the bean field, how much land do you have?
We are hiring land around 100 acres of beans. So,
100 acres.
But we're trusting God to buy like at least 50 acres that we
To own yourself.
so that you can grow coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we can't grow coffee on land that we are renting or we are hiring, because it's a long-term
Yeah.
crop.
Yeah.
Yet beans are like 4 months
Right.
and then they're out. So we
Right.
can give the guy back his land. So
Okay,
Yeah.
I like it, man. So I liked your idea. No doubt it was a God-inspired idea, and I'd like you to share a little in depth about it, if you would, about the school that you're building, who the students are, where they come from, how that's involved in the potential funding of what the other aspects of ministry that you're doing. So, if you don't mind, Alex, just take a few minutes and explain what that looks like.
So as one of the ways, God has given us ideas of how to stay self-sustainable, because we are like, hey, we can't keep on coming here talking to people about the same thing all the time. You need to be self-sustainable locally, back home. So we trusted God for land. God gave us a debt-free land back in Uganda, no debts on it. So
That's
we
great.
started a school. Actually, we have two sets of land that are debt-free. One of the land is where the school is right now. It's operating right now, but it's in a small building. The building is small. We're having like 80 students there, but parents are knocking on the door.
Right.
Why are we doing the Christian school? Back home, you'll find that other religions that I will not mention here, they have a lot of money from those countries. So they pump a lot of money in our country, and those guys use the money to build good schools. They build good schools. So you, Pastor Bo, who has a son, that you always wanted the son to go to a good Christian school, but when you look around, there is no good Christian school. So, and your kid has to go to school. So you're going to send your child to a school that is not in the line of what you believe in.
Right.
For example, an Islamic school. So what do you expect if you send your child who is 5 years and is in that same school for the next, 15 years? By the time he finishes, trust me, that boy is going to be a Muslim in the mindset.
Right.
It will be you'll be lucky for that kid to come back and follow what you taught him from childhood. So God gave us an idea. How about if we start our own Christian school? It's not cheap. In Uganda, yes, it's a poor country, but we also have rich people in Uganda.
Right.
Not American rich, Ugandan rich, who can afford this kind of good education. So God gave us an idea. Hey, start that school so that those rich kids can come to your school. So all the profits that you make from that school can go back to the other girls
Yes.
and other programs like sanitary pads that we are doing.
It's perfect.
So right now we are trusting God that right there, that's the school there. And right now we are trying to move from the small school, and we are constructing this big school that you're seeing on your screen. And we are trusting God that this building will be able to be 4-story building, and it will be able to accommodate 750 students. So all the profit that will be coming from 750 will be going all the profits will be going to other programs, the sanitary pads,
Right.
clean water to the communities, and saving those girls from those marriages.
That's fantastic.
So we're trusting God to get funds. So far, that's where we are. I like saying we are stuck there, but hopefully, God will make miracles so that we finish that building and we go and tell people that now we have more space. Please bring your children. So yeah.
Now, my understanding in our conversation was, looking at that building there in Uganda, that you're looking at building 4 floors, correct?
Yes.
But you can actually build out that first floor
Yeah.
and go ahead and receive the students. They can start attending there. You
Yeah.
can while building,
The rest.
continually building up.
Yes.
Okay.
So every school break, when the kids are studying, we don't do any construction.
Right.
But when we get a break, we continue with the other floors. So as God provides, so far we want to finish that ground floor. We finish it so well. We do the compound, we do the pavement, the pavers, and which you call here sidewalks. We do all those things, and then by December we should be able. We're trusting God. By December, we want to finish that. And in February, that's when the school term starts.
Okay.
The school year starts in February.
Yeah.
We want our doors to be open for parents to bring their kids. So the school is called Victor Crown International School.
Say it again.
Victor Crown.
Crown International School.
Yeah. So which we got from 2 Timothy. We shall wear
Right.
a Victor's crown. Yeah. So
I like it.
Yeah.
Got my mom watching with us from Moody, Alabama.
hello, Mama.
And our friend Nina, you met the Clarks, James, Nina, and Josh
Okay,
this
yes.
weekend. Do we have the pictures of the rendition of the building, like the model of like what it'll look like from the outside? Do we have that, or we just have the pictures of the construction?
Yeah.
I wanted to see if.
It's a beautiful building.
Yeah, I love the. Yeah, there we go. This is what the building is eventually going to look like
Yeah.
once it's completed. It's absolutely beautiful. Did you come up with that?
Yeah, I told the guys what I wanted.
What he wanted,
so,
and
and then they made it happen.
Okay, I like
Yeah.
it, man. It's
Having
beautiful.
traveled here, having been here, I knew what I wanted in my head.
Right.
So like, do this, do this, do this. Yes.
Looks very nice.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? Oh, and there's your QR code. I'm glad you. Thank you, Desiree. That's why Desiree is a fantastic producer. You can scan this QR code
Yeah.
and then just follow all the prompts, and that tells you how you can get financial support
Yes.
to Alex and to Banji Holistic Missions for all this work that they are doing. And I encourage you to do so. I was talking with John Platt yesterday, who I'm hoping he's going to be able to be with us tomorrow. John's on the show with me once a month. He was at jail ministry Sunday morning, wasn't able to. But I told him, I said, I really want you to meet Alex. I said, of all the guys that we've had come in from other countries, I said, this guy's sharp. I said, I like this guy. And he said, that's what Dawn was telling me, his wife that you met, the British woman.
Okay.
Yeah, he said, that's what Dawn was telling me. So I hope he's able to
make
be
it
there.
tomorrow.
And he's also a board member of Designs for Hope. The guy, Chris Bond, who's supposed to be there with us tomorrow as well, that's doing the ministry already in Africa. And they do wells.
Okay.
And they train pastors to go into other countries and train pastors.
Oh,
like
wow.
they have a training program that they put you through, and then they send you, and you go tribe to tribe, village to village, whatever it looks like, actually training pastors and local church leaders. So they got a pretty cool thing going over there. But I want you to see the building. So floor one, for the first floor to be completed, and you to be able to have students, what does that cost? Not the entire building, but to finish the first floor and start hosting students.
So our budget was to reach there, because we had to start from foundation. Our budget was 170,000, $170,000 US.
Okay.
So with what we have done so far, we are looking right now. If we get $100,000 US, that the next time I'll be here, it will be different. So with $100,000 US, we shall be able to open our doors for parents and the children in February.
So $100,000 finishes the first floor
Finishes
and
the
allows
first
the building to
floor,
be open.
make the compound clear,
Landscaping, that kind of stuff.
landscaping, all that stuff,
Okay.
and the compound designing. Make the remaining wall. You see the wall there.
I do.
There's another wall that has to go up. There's a gate. All
Nice.
those things. If we get $100,000,
Okay.
we shall be able to
And
accomplish
then
that.
what once you get to 100,000 and finish all that, what are you looking at to finish out the building?
2 months.
No, I'm talking about
Oh,
once you've finished all that, school's open, you got the first floor open, to finish the next three
The next-
floors.
the other
what-
floors.
how much is
An
that?
extra $300.
Okay.
$300,000 US.
So total 400 grand.
Yes.
Gets finished product.
the whole
Okay.
product, the way you see it, done.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it. All right, and you say your goal, school, you'll have a break, and then school will start back in February of 2027.
Yes.
That's when you're wanting to have first level and that
Yes.
group.
So every year you have like 3 breaks.
Gotcha.
So we go here in America. You go to school
2 semesters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For us, we do trimesters.
Okay.
So we go from February to May.
Okay.
Then they have their holiday, like which we call them holidays. We call them school breaks.
Right.
We go for like a month. So they go back in early June to school. Then June, July, August. End of August we go for break. Then we they rest the whole of the remaining August, September, October, November. They go back to school. December they go for a long holiday of 2 months. That is December and January.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have 3 breaks, which is like 5 months.
How many students would you be able to host on the first floor?
Around 200.
200.
Yes.
You say you got 80 now?
Yes, 80 now in the
crammed
old
in?
school. Yes.
Okay. And finished product, you're talking at, you said 750 students?
750 students, yes.
Man, that's awesome, man. And it's wild to think about there being a lack of Christian schools in Kampala because, if I'm not mistaken, Kampala Christianity is
Yeah.
norm, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
we have Christian schools, but like Catholic schools.
yeah.
Seventh-day Adventist.
Right.
Like those kind
Sure,
of schools. But
sure.
you know what Christian schools I'm talking about?
Yeah.
With that kind we don't have.
I got you.
Yep.
Well, man, what a great thing that you got going there, and great visionary. And Alex is only, what'd you say, 34 years old?
35.
35 years. I'm trying to make you younger, man. Work on 35 years old, a very young man, and he and his wife, they're obviously hard workers, and
Yeah.
I've seen some of the pictures and the videos, and Alex is down in the dirt digging, doing things that I used to do when I was his age, but not anymore. Thank you, Lord. But I'm excited to partner with you.
Amen.
I'm excited
Thank you
to
very
meet you, to get to know you, and to try to introduce you to as many people as we possibly can.
Thank you.
And I just want to encourage. We have folks watching tonight, but typically on the podcast, you're going to have more people watch 2 days down the road, a week down the road. We put the QR code up earlier. Anybody that knows me, you can hit me up, or if you don't know me, you can just hit me up on Facebook Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
I can provide that QR code for you. Or if you have more questions that you want to ask about what's going on over there, what the different aspects of the ministry, how you could partner with it, or you may have a heart to actually want to go to Uganda. You may want to see it firsthand and see what's happening over there and meet some of the people that are involved. Alex certainly open for that. Buck and I are planning on, and Patrick Sullivan, who many of you watch this show know, we're talking about an October trip. We haven't locked down the dates yet, but in our hearts we locked down going. So you can do that too. So just let me know, anybody that's watching, any way that you would like to find out more about what's going on, how you can support Alex. And this is just a tremendous, tremendous ministry. I was so excited, Alex, the very first time that Buck told me about what you guys were doing and how you would go and rescue these young ladies who've just been put in this terrible situation. Yeah. And something, we've got a little less than 3 minutes left, Alex. You mentioned a way that you could go back to the parents who traded or sold these daughters and introduce into them an idea of how they can actually make a living so that they don't get in this situation where they feel like they have to sell their children. Will you explain what that looks like a little bit?
So what we do, we don't forget their parents. Those who are willing to work with us, we get them a solution that we think can work for them. So for example, those ones who are willing to work with us, we come and introduce you to what we call a microfinance. So what do I mean by a microfinance? I come to you and say, hey, I don't only go to those ones that we have taken girls from, but also to other families so that they don't think about it before they do it. Mm-hmm. So we give them like pigs. Mm-hmm. A pig here may look small, but if I give pig, a male and a male and a female, and they mate, they give big, like 16 babies.
Yeah.
So 16 babies, they can sell like 8, and then they remain with 8. They grow up, they sell them again. Yeah. Pigs just keep on giving birth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just keep on. So that is finance. That is money coming into your family. So if you are a good steward and take care of them, then you're not going to stay poor, because of course you'll be poor in courts, but at least you have what to buy, like sugar, like salt, something on your table. Buy books for your kids, a pencil, a pen, such stuff.
Yeah.
So also give them like maybe a cow. We can give you best a goat to rear so that you get more goats. So we are trying to be creative. How can we stop these families from selling off their, I would call it selling off their daughters by the man who comes and gives out 2 goats and 14 chickens.
Right.
So we are trying to do anything to make sure that there is something in the family. Yes.
I just think it's great, man. All this, of course, is working towards opportunities to share the gospel,
Yes.
to see these young girls, to see parents, to see prostitutes, to see potential students in your school. Everything is working together for you to be able to share the gospel.
Amen.
And but again, that whole idea of God bless you, go on your way. That I won't get into that. But the fact that Banji Holistic Mission, you're there for them spiritually, but emotionally, mentally, physically. I don't think we even alluded to the fact that you have a psychology degree as well. So there's that aspect of it. So it's a whole person ministry.
Yes.
Every aspect. So we're excited, man. Excited to know you, brother.
Amen.
Excited to be partnered with you, and just really, really looking forward to see what God is going to do from here. Thank you for being with me tonight,
Amen.
Alex.
Thank you, Pastor Bob.
Bucks, thanks for being here. Thanks for getting Alex over here. Desiree, thanks for being you. Been doing such a great job. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight. As we're going off, you see the QR code of how you can get involved. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next Thursday night. God bless you.